And now we're going to talk about the Fanstart, where it is, and AI Sales Coach, where it is. We do have both of these workspaces open up here. So settings, Fathom, rotate, place, paste your key again, hit rotate, register webhook, chip go screen. Architecture question, unique endpoint per user, already have webhook token path, now registered via Fathom API. Enforces isolation each key, each URL, so that's good. Auto register on connect. So there's some context going on with this tool, and AI sales coach dot ShipDeck. So here we have a dashboard, pretty much nothing going on so far, and you need to update. I could rotate my key, couldn't load this, project the API, check again. So I would need to get my API in from Fathom and to get started like with testing this. And next is AI taking in a transcription of your meeting of recording, could be like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, or 60 minutes, and your agent is talking about selling something and they may fail or they may close the deal. So if they close the deal, then what are the good points we need to point out so they can repeat on what they just did. So that's the main goal of this dashboard. I'm also thinking about adding real-time transcription for you. So on your call, it should. So this is the main issue because might have device compatibility, and I would need to run this app on your device to get your audio and get your video feed. So not the video, so camera, we cannot hold camera because it's in your call. So real time, we can listen to your microphone, we can get the audio out of the PC, and then run it through the real time models on the AI right now. So the real time processing, like GPT is giving you that. We have 11 Labs, it's a good tool. We do have a few more, and these tools are going to give you the real time, like anything that's going on with emotions, with and how you want to act now. So we could give you a context before the call. So it might like give you, you might schedule a call here with some context, and you can run a quick call, maybe selecting your previous contexts, or maybe you're looking at. So I just need to think about how to do this. And the real MVP of this app is for the sales agent that's running solo, maybe a team. So we could give them services about recording their meeting real time, giving them cues real time, and telling them where this call is going about and where we are at the call. So real time instructions from the agent is very great at this point. So we can run reasoning models. We can run your transcription through the reasoning models, give you longer cues that you need to do now, or you're out of your like limit of talking time. And maybe you need to pause here. Maybe you need to cue in a sentence. So you interrupt the client and take the reins. So all of these good things you can expect the agent to give you on the call. And I am confident that at this point, I'm confident that we have good agents that we can run this real time from the API. So using real time WebSocket connection. Okay, that's a sales coach where it's going, and then we have Fanstart. So interestingly, we do have a link where you can, for creators. So this is a landing page. Let me show you how that looks like on smaller screen, because mostly your audience going to be from the. So we can quickly go through this on screen, or you can try the page as well. For now, we're running pilot free, and pro for regulars is this one, but for regulars, we are not at that stage, of course. So we're just going to go 0% of what funds and free. So we get somebody start using this tool and get some help and give us more audience. Isn't this Kickstarter? Does it cost me? Inventory pitching strangers, campaign page, video, month of promotion, doesn't know you. So you don't need to run campaign. You need to know which of our ideas your existing fans will pay for. Different job, multiple, lighter lift. So nothing until idea funds. So pilot creators pay 0% while we learn. After that, free has no monthly and takes 10% of what a funded idea raises and nothing when it misses. Pro is about 79 month, cuts that to 5%, which pays for itself. Once you're funding roughly 1580 a month, either way, a missed idea cost you nothing. So when does my fan card? These are like few FAQs. I'm not going to run into right now. Start your board is simple. You can create your account if you don't have already. You can go to the dashboard, and Stripe setup is compulsory here because it's going to register me as a merchant account on the Stripe side. That takes like $2 per merchant account to maintain, and I'm going to register that to the Stripe merchant account, but I can't do that because it's still running my test keys, and I would need to switch that to production so I could run some testing. But this is also working so far so good on Stripe. Once you hit that, it's going to take you through the Stripe built-in pages, built-in onboarding, their workflows, and I touch nothing. So it's your card, your privacy, you keep it. Okay, so you're going to run it, all the verifications, you're going to put in your documents, you're going to put in the code here. I can use test code, and it's going to take you through the full journey. And hopefully, if we do get some good internet, it's going to get quickly. Otherwise, Stripe takes a bit of time. So you need to put in all your information and then run confirm. Should take you through step by step everything that you need to put in. And here I got like my test account was like completed. I can put in new ideas. Idea is going to be very simple. You're going to put in this placeholder in, so I don't need to just type in, get some category, cover image, could be anything, funding threshold 2000, deadline I want to be 7 days, deposit amounts can go with $5, $10, 99, whatever you want to put, 9.99. And then back it yourself. Let's say I'm going to put in from 2000, going to put 1000 in. Every amount has to be at least 10. So we got that. And let's do 50 publish ideas. Now I got this in, but I'm still working on the full builder where you can drop in images as well, the rich content or even HTML. So just to polish you, give you a way to get your storefront or maybe the product you want to display in a beautiful way. And then here you can deposit, save your card. You only charge if this fund. So if this succeeded by July 31st, 2026, then your card is going to be charged. And we can go with different options for like 25. And I can put in my name. I can put in my card number. So all this information is going to put me do the test run. Okay, I authorize, save. It's going to save my card, and so there's no password to remember. Enter the email you just use. It'll send you a sign-in link, takes you straight to pledges. So I could do is email me a sign-in link, and so right now it cannot send alternatives. You get something in very quickly. Postmark, mail sender, instantly. What's bird? Let's try the bird. Go to the pricing, check. So 1000 a month. Try this out. Resend has kind of 3000 limit. Cool. Check. So I need to get the API. and then it's going to work like this. Just send, and we need this from to subject, and we can run all the logic. So I can add my domain here. Rate to start off 50K, 15 per month. So I need to get the API key and install this, add my domain here. So two things. First, I need to get the domain. So I would just simply go to domains. Me all this small, so we can find a domain for Fanstart. And so the cheapest is 4.42, but Fanstart.live is also a good one. Sounds good. We can start we can add the XYZ to the branding itself as well. Or fan.live is also good, but by this XYZ, I just need to put my information here. So let me do that. So unfortunately, I couldn't get the domain issue resolved because my vendor didn't give me any access. So access to my account is broken. We are going to delay on this, and me think the plan was to improve this. So we do have 142 running at high. We can change effort to max. And webhook signing secret store don't yet verify incoming. Let me get this prompt in. So this is a skill service layer architecture, or just prompt. I do have downloaded, so I'll just simply drop that in, and I could pull using just drop on the screen, and I'm going to record my audio from here. So my instructions to you is to get this skill file, save it for especially for this code base, because we have two code bases running, two apps, Fanstart and AI Sales Coach. And we would be making sure that we're running at the app on this architecture. We would be creating service layers instead of a monolith or isolated code islands. So let's create the whole architecture in a kind of format that we so update everything, because we do have a front and back end. Everything should already be in folders. So we update the architectures with the real state of the code base. Next things, I want some plannings done. So we're going to run some research, because I would be needing a real-time transcription service on the dashboard if you are running a call, maybe on a call with a client, and real-time queues. So it's going to give you real-time queues and should be routed through OpenAI Realtime API maybe, and we could get some structured responses back, and we can run some long time queues. For example, do this in 15 minutes, do this now, do this in 5 minutes, and you're already running some. So we could share a lot of cues based on emotional vibe going on in the call. So we are going to need that special model that understands the ups and downs of the voice, the pitch, the tone, the emotional flow of the conversation. And then we are going to run some psychological updates using Jerry Miners. So Jerry Miner is a top rated who coaches you into um, a better sales rep. So we are going to use those teachings, put that into workflow, run through on the live audio, and also run through on the transcription real time. So that's what we're going to do, and extend this app into real tool that AI sales, any sales rep could use solo or teams. They could attach their tools of meetings. Maybe we get the transcript later on, but the real feature is live queues. So we get your live conversation, you do whatever you want to do. We just record your audio, we record your microphone. So the output of your machine and the microphone, that what we need. And for that we would need some SDK to use on maybe Windows, Mac OS, Linux. So we might use something that could work on all platform, and a simple SDK library that we can use and capture this real time, send that through the AI Sales Coach, the backend server, and then produce the front end queues, send that on the screen. So if you want to show your screen, that never gets into anything else. So yeah, we can build this plan for this feature. Very important. And we could run some real-time tests as well. There we go. Got the prompt in. What we have modularized in place is good. So we have a root Fanstart. There we go. We want to clean up the environment because there are two things running, Fanstart and Sales Coach. I would need the domain. So I can try and get the domains from Namecheap, but these guys are running some I could provision domain, but my provider is down. So that's my blocker. Let me fetch the skill here as well. Use this skill file and make it like specific to this code base, the practices, the frameworks we're using here, and how to create better code and lesser code. So we don't want to bloat our code bases, swell our code bases. We want to write service-based layers of features, and we might have some layers on top of it. So features could be running in layers, and we would control everything like atomically. So let's do this skill file as well. And the IdeaBrowser is important. I would get my other agent run on this, but let's do this and then we run the IdeaBrowser. We got another prompt in. Oops, it was already running. Let me compact so we can start a new task, but doesn't matter. So already clean. Both apps are containerized live, one behind one caddy edge. Sales code already published right way. Overlay builds static front end. Joins the edge network, publishes on host ports. The edge reaches it over that network. And we get that attachment. The favicon bug root cause confirmed. Restart serving HTML icon. Copies. Docker file copies the SRC, but not the public. So yeah, we build emits no favicon. What's clear, clean, and yet you ask, caddy isn't modular. Behind straight into. So we would need that modular. So if anything that we need to run any network chain to caddy, the Fanstart is going to affect the sales coach as well. Routing is by container name, fragile, container name, or scaled. No single doc explains. This box publishes to edge apps behind one edge. So the plan, favicon, modular caddy, hardened wiring, one platform dock. All good. I would need that. Oops. I think I gave both my agent. So let me go back here, put the new, and I can copy this. Oops, it rewrote because we are on the same machine. So temp is going to have the same thing here. No, it was this one. So scale out good research. Like here, three research agents running. One is desktop capture. This is critical path. NEPQ. This is the Q taxonomy. Jeremy Miner's NEPQ framework. That's what we're going to implement. Real-time inference architecture. So dual stream, STT, emotion, prosody layer, Hume versus local DSP versus audio LLM. So the debound structured Q engine, OpenAI real-time versus the cheaper hybrid latency budget, COGS, and EU emotion compliance branch. So that will take a minute when the land synthesize, research, task style, acceptance criteria. Two things, resend correct architecture skill. Did blogged on number one format. If you rather not wait, I can drive standard service layer architecture doc. Okay. Decision will plan, will put you no need to answer, just seeding them. because we have these agents running in the background. macOS first for V1 desktop client, fastest to working live demo, motion layer for V1 cheap local, prosody, pitch, pace, energy, text sentiment, pay for dedicated voice model from day one. So we can do that. Um, we can do this like based on tokens where we could earn and get something in pay as you go kind of thing. I could so we could do is token based usage pay as you go, and we could have some good features like for example, this is only going to be for the sales rep because we are niched down into this. So make sure this plan is registered and edited or maybe updated on IdeaBrowser as well. So the real plan is AI Sales Coach for the sales rep, and this application is going to be giving them high quality cues during the call and give out a report to you after the call. So you could improve, learn on it, and we could have a persona extracted out from the call that you could run practice with. So this is extension that we are talking about. I would need the waitlist landing page. So something first that I can do. So maybe I could run this with my other agent. So let me know on the next steps or tasks we can get from IdeaBrowser. But make sure that we are updated on the IdeaBrowser with this real plan. And next future extensions are we extract the personas. We could give them a real time back-to-back practice campaigns with the sales coach as well. We could even run a demo calls for them to improve. So that really depends on how much credits they want to go in. So if a call gets them some good track, then they could spend more time, more money into it because one single call gives them higher margins on high commissions. There we go. So that's our AI sales coach. I really want to make this product go live in the market as soon as possible. So in order to run waitlist and all kind of things, but like I could get the meeting or I could get my tool to record a meeting. So both of these are possible. We can get them some meeting budget per month on plan, and we can have a pay as you go. So once you go over this, you get charged per meeting like a rate, and you could have your teams run this as well. So we could run this on charge per meetings. We could make the plan as simple as possible. So initially we could go with a single plan. If you want to go free, pay as you go, you add credits and you churn your credits on that, and you get all the functionality. And if you want to go on a plan, then you get some calls free. So you get some calls free, and we would also give them some credits on the AI usage as well. And credits can be purchasable anytime from your dashboard. So it's more like that. And so we are still at the early stage, and I'm running to agents. So because I'm running a decision plan locking research on the plan, because I need to log this in real time. Now the real idea plan onto the IdeaBrowser is not yet there because IdeaBrowser has the initial version of it. Me go to the IdeaBrowser and look at this. I don't have any research on this. There is no files, so we just attach this. Okay, I would need to add more context into it because I would need to reverse engineer Jeremy Miner's instructions and feed that into AI into multiple loops, for example, multiple chunks. So there's going to be a lot of AI usage, a lot of AI cost on testing this. So I would just need to get some sales rep on the waiting list. So I would just let 1, 2, or 3 in. I would let them run their calls. Recording should be working, which isn't very costly to test. So I would get the recording, get the transcript. That's a very basic, the first thing. And real time is going to be, I could run some testing, but I would still need the agents to do their real time. So at that point, I could keep on improving the product and make it go to market. So it should be like in the market for sales coach. The sales coaching is going on with the AI, but the one that you want the sales rep to have some benefits, improvements, real time. So real time is the issue. If you put in context to a meeting, we would get the context. It's going AI is going to process, create a profile for the end buyer, for the end person, and then we would run the mapping. So we would get the framework that we want to apply, and we have some pains already going on. So we are going to we're going to get the call. The full call is going to be sketch out at this point, and then we would have everything hand out to the agent on their screen live on the call. Really depends on them, or we could read it into their ears so they could listen and get some cues out. So very intuitive idea, and I think this is very good, and there's a kind of demand for these kind of tools on it. So idea browser is registered. Yeah, I see it. Full plan, 5 task roadmap. Okay. We need the waiting list first. Two, pivot. The pivot I logged in. Niche, individual sales rep. Sales bottom up. Dropped the sale to sales manager. 515 sales rep. Teams framing. Pricing, token based, pay as you go credits. Dropped the 25, 45, 75. Where did it go? I like to read these because it's really important decisions. You need to make your business decisions yourself. Your logic, one close, high commission deals off the coast. So let them pour in when a call's converting. Dropped 25, 45, 75 per seat model. Product, 3 pillars, live in call queues, post call report, AI persona practice, capture, local desktop app, not a meeting bot, which is why the queues can stay invisible to screen share. This repositioning is the source of truth in both IdeaBrowser and local memory. Waitlist landing page, sub audience, individual closers. Okay, with these two, I'll assemble the build plan. So we can dump the invisible when you share your screen. You can dump the idea. We don't even need that because if you're just simply sharing one window, that's enough. So we get the cues on the screen, and I want to. If you don't have the architecture for the desktop app, let me know so you can compose a desktop architecture AI agentic instructions that I can run into my research agent that has the web search and web research tools, and we can get the latest tools on the web to get something in for the desktop, and we can run a simple widget kind of thing. You could install, should have auto install ability for the Mac, for the Windows, for Linux. It could run on any platform, and we could have more extensions to it in future, but right now this plan should be final, and I would need separate um, instructions for my front end for my other agents. I could do on the front end side, on the marketing side, on the landing page, on everything. So because now the plan is logged in, and we are going to run some research, or maybe run a parallel planning on the front end. So everything, because something is already we already did the dashboard. Now we need to do this as well, and see if we could get something different agenting instructions that you can provide to me that I can run in multiple agents to save on the time. One more thing is when we are going to actually build the real-time queues thing. So I'm going to provide you all the data that we we could get from the NEPQ. So NEPQ, just hide this word because this is we could get some issue with this word. So we can run all the legal thing in a research agent, but like we can do some um our own or custom queues maybe, or yes, we don't even need to do the NAPQ, but I would provide you all the data, the PDFs, all the things that's on the copy, on the wordings, with examples, with all the use cases, the categories. So this is going to be a lot of context, and we're going to extract out the ways, the paths, the logics. So we could take out as much logic as possible, and then have AI agent to understand the emotions. So we could bet on that. Let me run a quick research on the side. Can you run a deep research on the architect that I want to decide on recording the audio and the output from the PC, like microphone and PC from for Windows, Mac, Linux users? So I want to be getting this into a lean data code base that's going to work for all kind of platforms. But if not, just give me the plan for. So there we go. The prompt on here. Let me see what we need to work on. Temp skill generic had to be dropped. Structure verbatim, rewrote the file. Awesome. Actually, let me get into the SMTP so I could show you the real file it did, it and not just about like talk. So SMTP is the file manager you could access on your box. So it has dot cloud, and then we have the skills, and then we have the code structure, and then we have the skill file. And if you look at this, then this is updated for especially for this code base that we are currently working on. Has all the anti patterns that we don't need to do, one huge function, leaky services, and inconsistent APIs, core abstraction. So we're going to run the PR review models using this code base structure. So agent, but this should be already loaded into the Claude. So you can navigate into your box, your server, and run through it, look into it, maybe put in the environment variables, very easy to do. So this issue when it's a normal terminal, paste in the image. So, and what's next on the idea browser? I would need to deploy some changes from here. Okay, where we are for the Fanstart neutral standalone edge that published not owned by either one. That's right. Smoke test, both domains working, isolated. What do we have here? Idea browser is synced, Fanstart workspace. Largely done them. Refund ledger. We run a compact here as well. I'm running another agent with, so can you run Idea Browser and find out the next task and step we need to work for this app? I know we are lagging behind on the domain, and we do have a box, but we don't have a domain yet. So we would do the domain thing, but we need the URL as soon as possible. For the waitlist, maybe fan start, we can start with the waitlist, and you would need my. So for the waitlist, we could have a simple form submission, and you could submit a form. I will get back to them. So it's simple as that. I could even get back to them on email, or give them a call, or maybe a WhatsApp. So if there's a WhatsApp number, we could get that. And if there's email, WhatsApp, any number they want to give us to get back to them, so we can get onboard them on the app, or we also point them to the onboarding or create an account for them so they could run their boards and we give them the link. They can provide it to. I don't see the link. I can give it to my subscribers, my YouTubers, my audience. So there's the URL is going to be permanent, and the subscribers only going to see that board. And yeah, so I don't need a public board where I can just put it, but we can good to have on the website. But let's get the URL in for this agent and find out where we are at the task list, so we can start moving forward with all the email campaigns, all the landing pages, and everything. So other agents also reconciling with and redeploying the app. One more thing I want to add here is I want to keep the Stripe setup for the creator as optional step, but required. Optional, not deal breaker. So you could not like get the deposits on your board, but we need that to send them the payouts. So if they're not going to give us that, it doesn't need to block them from creating the boards and getting traffic onto it, getting deposit for it. We are here. Hard technical risk rebrand. Okay, this is a full plan for the web app, front end, landing page, marketing, legal, queue extraction. What I would need is the landing page. The first thing, the waitlist. So let me do the compact first. Let's run landing page agent by ourselves. I'm just running compact. So start with the landing page agent. We are going to heavily use IdeaBrowser, so make sure this app is up to date there. If you need to trigger refreshing context on this, you are free to do so. But if you want to do, because this is a custom app right now, so we are going to dump all the content into the IdeaBrowser, because then agents are going to give us more concrete, better information on the copy and the better prompts. So I think that's it for today. I'll continue working on Fanstart AI Sales Coach side by side together. Hopefully, I get the domain issue resolved so we can go launch Fanstart AI Sales Coach as soon as possible with the emails attached. So thank you for watching this, and let's do this tomorrow.